Hey guys, thank y'all for joining. Pardon me, guys. I was trying to wrap up one last thing because I had one more topic that I was adding. Thank y'all for being here. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Thank you, thank you, thank y'all. All right, how y'all doing? Happy Sunday. I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th, honey, because listen, it was hot as hell yesterday morning. We did get some thunderstorms here too as well. But it did not ruin the evening. Still had a chance to get out and have a good time. So I hope you guys did as well. Pardon me for not being on camera this morning, you guys, because I'm trying to multitask, washing my hair and all types of stuff. I'm doing a lot today. But yes, I am here. Hey, Just T, please. That's a content creator. You guys check her out. All right. And of course, shout out to my top flight mods. I see you, Rose, in the house. Thanks for being here. Tef is in the building. Hey. My top flights are here. Truth is here in spirit. But thank you guys all for being everyone. Hello to everybody. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump in. Of course, everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our first topic. Because child. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got to get into this. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Let's get into this Karmelo update. I found an update on that. So we're going to go ahead and share and talk about that first. All right. Y'all be patient with me this morning. All right, let's get into it, honey. With Karmelo, we already know what's going on as far as this appeal. There is an appeal in place, so let's get into it. Just days after telling a Texas court that he could no longer afford legal representation, Karmelo Anthony has landed a new appellate team packed with some of the biggest names in criminal defense and civil rights in the state, including former Dallas County Prosecutor Russell Wilson. Now, according to NBC Dallas Fort Worth, the group of 6 attorneys announced Monday that they will represent Anthony pro bono as he seeks to overturn his unaliving conviction and 35-year prison sentence. Now, organized through Stand with Karmelo, the team also includes Innocence Projects of Texas Director Michael Ware, Texas NAACP President Gary Bledsoe, Ben Crump Law Attorney Brooke Cluz, and Attorney Sean Deridia, and Justin Moore. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. The development marks a dramatic reversal from less than 2 weeks ago when Anthony filed a pompous oath alongside his notice of appeal, stating that he lacked the financial means to continue paying for lawyers. Said that now, instead of relying on the court-appointed counsel, the 19-year-old enters the next stage of the legal fight with a roster of attorneys experienced in appellate law, civil rights, and wrongful conviction cases, at which you guys know he was wrongfully convicted, I feel. Okay, so we know that. I just gave you guys the names of his attorneys that will be handling the case. Let's get into this next document because something was filed by someone who is not even an attorney. So is somebody trying to mess with this appeal that's been filed? This was on the 29th of June. Okay, on a good old Monday. So let's get into it. Okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, so you guys can see all the names over here. Court of Appeals, 5th District of Texas at Dallas, 600 Commerce Street, Suite 200, Dallas, Texas, filed June the 29th of 2026. Earl Langham Jr., Indigenous American Indians, 6404 Greensboro Drive, Austin, Texas, 78723. Regarding the Court of Appeals number, it has that number there. Trial court case number, it gives it there. Style, which is the Karmelo Sincere Anthony versus the state of Texas. It says that Mr. Langham, the court has received a package of documents signed by you and the money order for $300. The documents state that they are for the Western District of Texas Territory, Superior World Courts of Records, and the Western District of, I'm sorry, relief for this court. Also, even if the documents were to seek relief on behalf of Karmelo Sincere Anthony, the documents do not appear to be signed by an attorney who is a member of the State Bar of Texas and who represents Mr. Anthony in this appeal. So it sounds like this person who has nothing to do with the case is starting to insert themselves. Are they trying to throw off this appeal for Karmelo by filing these documents off the record in the name of Karmelo? This is what it's looking like, okay? I just read to you guys the attorneys that are handling Karmelo's appeal, so no one else should be filing any motions or any documents on behalf of Karmelo because they are not his attorneys, right? So let's keep going. Also, even if the documents were to seek relief on behalf of Karmelo Sincere Anthony, the documents do not appear to be signed by an attorney who is a member of the State Bar of Texas who represents Karmelo Anthony in this appeal. Accordingly, the court will not file and will take no action on the documents. It says we are returning the documents and the $300 money order to you. Respectfully, Ruben Moran, clerk of court. Okay, so the clerk of court returned these documents because they weren't signed by an attorney. I'm not sure why this person decided to insert themselves in this. Karmelo has 6 appellate attorneys who's handling his case right now for his appeal. This person here is just submitting documents and sending money orders in, and that's definitely not in their jurisdiction to do so. So as you guys can see, the clerk of court, Ruben Moran, sent those documents back in terms of the money order as well, because they are not within jurisdiction to be sending in any documents. So this Earl Langford Jr., sir, you are out of order, okay? We don't need anybody sending anything to throw off this appeal. Let his 6 attorneys who have now stepped up to handle this case, who are very much so experienced in this type of appeal for Karmelo, let him handle that. We appreciate others who want to help and step up, but no, if you are not an attorney and you're not signed on to this case, and Karmelo has not I guess approved for you to be on this case, okay, then don't be sending shit in. Don't be trying to throw things off and derail what's already begun for this appeal for Karmelo, okay? All right, so shout out to the clerk for saying, nah, we don't need you, okay? All right, so let's get into this next topic, because a principal and a police officer might be in some trouble for going somewhere they're not supposed to be. So let's get into it. Dallas, y'all need to stand down now. Let these 6 attorneys handle that. Don't be sending shit in, and we don't care about no damn $300 money order either, because you weren't supposed to send shit in there anyway. All right, so a Texas mom is outraged after school officials entered her home for residency check without notice. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the news portion, and then we're going to do our commentary on the back end.
At first tonight and only on KHVU 11, a mother is furious after she says a school official and a police officer showed up to her home and went inside when she was not there.
Yeah, the Katy High School principal was doing a residency check on her 15-year-old son who answered the door. Matt Doherty spoke with the mother and has the response from the district. He joins us live from Katy ISD headquarters tonight. Matt?
Yeah, the school district won't tell us if what happened is standard procedure or not. They're telling us that the officials entered the home without the mother knowing and without a warrant.
Katy ISD, Katy High School.
The security camera video you're watching shows 2 Katy ISD officials at the home of a 15-year-old Katy High School student on Tuesday afternoon just before 2 o'clock.
Hello, trying to do a residency verification, Katy High School.
After about 45 seconds, the teen, who is at home alone, answers the door.
Are you? Yeah, okay. So I'm Dr. Hull, okay? So I just have to do a residency verification. So basically I just have to see where your room is, if that's okay. Is it okay if I come in? Okay. How's your summer going?
The teen takes the officer and the principal to his bedroom like they asked. They leave about 3 minutes later.
When I first saw it, I was appalled.
The teen's mother, who was at work at the time, asked that we not share her name or show her face.
We don't even let his best friends in there, and we know them.
For the past 5 years, the mom says she's had to submit a residency affidavit and supporting documentation showing that her son lives at her address and is zoned to Katy ISD schools. These are sometimes needed for families with children in shared custody arrangements. In the affidavit, the parent or guardian maintains the child is zoned to Katy ISD schools, and it states the district may perform residency verification checks.
It's like a huge invasion of privacy.
Nowhere in the affidavit does it state how these checks may be performed.
Instead of asking if anybody was home or anything like that, they just told him they need to come in for verification to see his bedroom.
The mom says she was never contacted by anyone with the school district before or during the visit.
Very strange. I don't know why you would have to look at somebody's bedroom to verify that they live there. We've been in the neighborhood for 6 years.
First,
Yeah, that's out of line because first of all, that's a minor, and you guys didn't even have a warrant when you came up in there. So that definitely the mom can sue the hell out of you guys for just busting up in her. Even though the minor child said, "Yeah, come in," that's not the minor child's responsibility to give to people who weren't supposed to be there anyway. Unless you guys had a warrant to come into this person's home, you guys did not contact this child's mother, who is also the legal guardian of this child. You're not allowed to just come in somebody's house and be snooping around and looking around. For all we know, you could have planted some drugs in the house, right? Not saying you did, but how do we know? You're in there unannounced, and the mother didn't even know you were there. Okay. So yeah, I really hope she follows up on that. So it said that the principal and district police officer of Katy, Texas doing too much, are facing scrutiny after entering a 15-year-old student's home during an unannounced residency verification check while the teen was home alone. Now it says the home security footage shows the officer speaking with the student and asking to see his bedroom to verify that he lived at the address. First and foremost, you don't question a minor without an adult present. So that was another violation. Okay, you should have said, "Hey, is your mother home?" The child, of course, would have said no, and then you will say, "Okay, well, give the child a card and say, 'Hey, I'm Officer whoever, and I'm whoever from the school. Here's my card. Could you please have your mother give us a call?' And leave it at that. You don't just say, 'Hey, can I come in your house?' Okay, the child may say yes, which this one did, and that still does not give you the authority to do so because you guys were out of line. The police officer should have known you don't enter someone's home without a warrant. Okay. As you guys just saw in the video, the mother was not there. She is upset that they did enter her home without prior I guess knowledge, and yeah, something needs to be done about that because that's not cool. I would hate to know that someone, came into my home without prior permission, even though a child may have told you it's okay. You know the rules and the laws and how things work, so you have to abide by those. But because you guys are in such a hurry and you want to get information, you have to follow certain protocols. Okay, just like you can't question a child. If you put a child over that's underage, you have to contact the mother. You can't question a child in a criminal situation without an adult present because they are deemed a minor. So yeah, that was out of line. Let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about that. And shout out to Nina Paralegal, okay, for the documents on Karmelo, okay. Yeah. So they're not gonna be filing nothing on behalf of that $300 whatever that shit was that sent in those documents, because that has nothing to do with this case. All the paperwork is being sent in and it's being submitted on Karmelo's behalf should be only by his attorneys, and it's 6 of them, so we don't need no help. I promise you we don't. Okay, let them do their job. All right, let's continue on while we're talking about that. Not to flip-flop around, I do want to get into what's happening legally with Judge Roach. Okay, y'all know Judge Roach is the person who sentenced Karmelo to the 35 years, okay, who did not want this case to be manslaughter or even self-defense. He was going for first-degree unaliving, and he got a lot of scrutiny for that. He is looking to retire and step down, but not before Karmelo Anthony's legal team has filed a motion for a new trial and a motion to recuse Judge Roach. That motion has also been filed. So he's looking at some trouble right now. They're on his ass in addition to everybody else that was involved in not doing this case the way that it should have been done. All right. So as you guys can see here, shout out to the public opinion court says that Karmelo Anthony's legal team is not playing with Judge Roach. A motion for a new trial and a motion to recuse Judge Roach have been formally filed. They say that if a new trial is granted, his own words now disqualify him from hearing Karmelo Anthony's case. All right, so let's hear.
I've heard a lot that said there were no blacks on the jury, and I believe that fact is true.
That judge fucked him.
But it was a very diverse jury and other cultures and other races and stuff. And so I really didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, you did. He's supposed to be tried in a trial jury of his peers. There was no one there of his peers. And then the people that you had up there to testify against him, a lot of evidence and stuff was left out in this case, as we've already gone over many, many times. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. This was a rushed case. And I feel like it was not done in the way that it should have been done. I feel like Karmelo was already found guilty before he was found guilty, to be honest with you. And let's not even get into the conflict of interest to where he is good friends with not Karmelo, but with Austin Metcalf's family. We've already seen that. So yeah, it's a lot going on here, but Karmelo's attorneys are on Judge Roach's are on Judge Roach's ass. So a motion to recuse him has been filed.
Really, because that's not the job, right? Is to manufacture some look of a jury or the makeup of a jury.
But they had them white dumb motherfuckers on that jury for a reason.
But I thought it was a good cross section of Collin County, and again, they did their job, and I think they took their oath very seriously, no matter what their background was.
So you guys know that initially this case was supposed to be tried in another county. Judge Roach is the person who had the legal documents signed to where the case was moved over to Collin County, which we know they say is a very racist county, which a lot of people are already saying that they feel like this was a whole setup from the beginning, having this case moved to this county, at which we all know now that they're saying it's very racist. We see how it turned out for Karmelo, but hopefully this can turn around here really, really soon. Let's continue.
Pick their jury like that. That's designed because they know that their people are not smart as us. We can read through the bullshit. They follow their bullshit and believe what they say.
I've heard a lot that said there were no.
Yes, sir. So you might not get to go and hurry up and retire before your ass gets snatched down from your or snatched up out that robe that your ass, that same robe that you sat in to give Karmelo 35 years when you didn't even look at all of the evidence that was in this case before you tried this young man, and for first degree unaliving without even thinking about self-defense, which clearly, if you look at the videos and all the evidence surrounding this case, clearly you can see Karmelo was defending himself. They were chasing him. All right. A person don't run unless someone is chasing them. Right. Right. He was running from someone. They jumped on him. They put hands on him first. There's a lot of him. Right. And even after the altercation, Karmelo was still asking, was the person okay? Because he was very sorry that it had to go there, but he had to protect himself. That was not taken into account as well. So hopefully with this new motion that's filed and everything else that they have going on, that they can get this up and running and Karmelo can come home very soon. All right. I have nothing for you, Judge Roach, child. Nothing for you. You are indeed a roach. All right, let's get into this Brene and Tim update, because they just had to go to court on the 29th as well. Something about the 29th, ain't it? Let's put a picture up so you guys will know who we're talking about. Y'all know the case for alienation of affection in North Carolina with Brene, Tim, and Akira, okay? This is Tim. Tim used to be married to Akira, where my mouse is moving. Tim wound up cheating on Akira with Brene, who he used to date back in the day, but he and Akira wound up getting married. They have 2 children together, at which Tim is not even doing his part in terms of taking care of his children, in terms of child support. They just had to go to court and answer for that. Tim was saying, oh, I don't really have, the money to do this, but you have money to go on trips. Y'all eat out. He and Brene eat out every day. Of course, they had to pull documents for Brene and Tim. A writ of execution has been filed against Brene because of the money that she owes, $1.75 million to be exact, to Akira after Akira won this case. So it's starting to get real sticky, y'all. It's starting to get real sticky. So I made my notes. So let's get into it. Court. They had court on 6/29 of 2026, which was on a Monday. They're saying that Tim Tim told the courts that he gets his money on social media with Brene. Okay, that's how he makes his money. So he don't even have a real job out here. It's all good because social media is a great source to make money. A lot of people, earn their money from social media. It's nothing wrong with that. But I do know he was once working in a gym where he was supposed to be like a gym instructor. So maybe he quit that job because maybe he was out a lot, right? I don't know. But Tim has, they said that Tim has only bought his children with Akira only 2 outfits, you guys, since his separation from Akira. That's a long time. That's been like over a year or so, going into 2 years. So you only bought your kids 2 outfits. We know that children go through growth spurts and everything else, but Tim and Brene eat out every day. You guys are going from Airbnb to Airbnb to avoid this writ of execution that's been placed on Brene for this 1.75 that she owes Akira. Also going into it, it says that also the judge told Tim that there was mention of an expensive ring that he just purchased Brene. And he asked the judge, what did that have to do with this case? And the judge was saying that if he had money to purchase expensive rings, why did you not use money to help Akira with his children? And I get that. You got money to do everything else. You out here with J's on, you got on the smartwatch, and you can travel and go everywhere and eat out and spend $75 per tab. Like, y'all really out here spending. But when it comes to your kids, you don't give a fuck, right? Now, Akira's attorneys actually showed proof that she reached out to Tim for assistance for their children because she says that that he's been telling her that he cannot pay anything because he doesn't have any money towards support. But of course, unfortunate for Brene and Tim, they post everything on social media. So everything they do in terms of going shopping, going out to eat, spending this, spending that. Y'all post your business too much. You posting yourself going to Airbnb. So you have money to do things. You just don't want to give it to Akira. So the judge brought up the frequent trips and also asked Tim about those as well. He didn't have an answer for that, I'm told. I just told you guys that Brene also has that writ of execution to seize property. So pretty much Akira can go in there and take whatever property that she can take because Brene did not adhere to what the courts asked her to do. She was supposed to give a list of the things that she would like to keep in this writ of execution. Child, she had everything on there from a air fryer to microwave to a ring to stupid shit like that. But now she and Tim are going from, like I said, Airbnb to Airbnb. So they're making sure that they're not home so that when the magistrate comes to the house to order these properties to be given over to Akira, that they're not there for these properties to be taken from the home. So this is what they've been doing for the last few weeks now, avoiding and evading this execution, the season of the property for this execution. Okay. Of course, the restraining order that Akira filed on Brene is still in place and still in effect. So Brene cannot be around Akira or her kids. Any events that Akira's kids have, Tim is allowed to be there because he is the father. Brene is not. Okay, and she did violate that before, and she got her ass locked up for coming to an event that Akira's kids had, and she got into an altercation, a verbal altercation with Akira. The police was called. Brene was arrested because she wasn't supposed to be there anyway. What else? I want to make sure I gave you everything. They're saying that Brene actually missed her last court date, you guys, that she was supposed to attend, I think, as related to the restraining order. So she may have a warrant, because when you don't show up for court, honey, they just go ahead and issue you a warrant. They ain't about to be sitting there wasting no time. They're gonna move on to the next case and then go ahead and issue that good warrant for you. So maybe that's why she and Tim are going from Airbnb to Airbnb to, one, avoid that writ of execution, and two, to avoid the warrant that she may have on her for not attending the last court date that she was supposed to be at. So they are just doing the fucking most. I'm so sick of them. But prayers up for Akira, child. Prayers up. But they are trying to avoid this money that they're supposed to be paying this girl, the 1.75. They're saying they don't have it. But like I said, their spending habits are crazy. How they eat out, like, it's crazy. The money that they spend, like I saw a video on TikTok where Brene was in, I want to say like Target or somewhere. Baby, she spent like a good $300-400, like no problem, right? She just spending. But then you get in court and say, I don't have the money to pay Akira. But then you're out spending and you're on live showing it. So it's like you are playing in the court's face and they're watching all of this. And then you're going to wind up getting in deeper trouble for making these videos, because you already said you don't have any plans to pay the girl. And I feel like she really thinks that she's just not going to pay it. But we'll keep you guys updated on what else goes on with this. Also, I want to let you guys know that Brené's husband is also filing the same case against Tim, okay, which is for alienation of affection. So they about to get hit again. So there's no telling how many more millions that they're going to wind up having to be paying out to Akira and to Brené's now ex-husband, who she wound up cheating on him with to get with Tim. So this is a whole love triangle situation that turned out to be very expensive, right? That's some expensive pain. I really hope that it was worth it, Brené, getting with Tim. He's broke, busted, and disgusted. He don't got shit to offer you, and everything that he has is because of you. And now he's about to get sued for the very same thing, and you guys are going to be looking crazy, okay? So enjoy the low life while you can, child. Enjoy the low life while you can. All right, let's move along. That's a hot ass mess. I don't want to be with nobody that bad, where you get my ass sued and you sued too for 1.75 million. Girl, no, it's not that serious. Okay, hell no. They better pay that damn money and get on a payment plan or something. All right, so former NFL star, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum, Anna Marie Wiley's husband, Marcellus Wiley, is arrested on DV, you guys, domestic battery charges. Oh my, what's going on with these NFL players, y'all? I'm starting to see more and more NFL players getting charged with domestic violence. I don't understand why they're so violent. Like, what is going on? Is it CTE? Like, what the hell? I'm not sure. But this is the wife. This is them in happier times. So he put his hands on her. So now he has a charge. All right. Just looking at pictures. Yeah, that smile look like you guilty. So former NFL player and sports commentator Marcellus Wiley, the husband of former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast member Anna Marie Wiley, was arrested over the 4th of July holiday weekend, you guys, in Florida. They had fireworks outside and fireworks inside, and your ass had to go to jail on a holiday. Damn. Now, according to TMZ Sports, the 51-year-old was booked into the Orange County Jail on July 4th on a charge of domestic battery. Now, as of Sunday morning, Wiley remained in custody and was reportedly being held without bond. Authorities have not released any additional information or details about the alleged incident, including whether Anna Marie was involved. Okay, usually domestic does mean like your partner. So let's get into it. It says that Wiley played 10 seasons in the NFL after being selected by the Buffalo Bills in the second round of the 1997 NFL draft. Said that he later suited up for the San Diego Chargers, Dallas Cowboys, and Jacksonville Jaguars, earning a Pro Bowl selection before launching a career in sports media with ESPN and Fox Sports. He and Anna Marie Wiley, a registered nurse, and Anna, I can't say the word, forget it, child, who appeared on season 13 of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has been married since 2014 and share a blended family. So it looks like he brought kids into the situation, and she may have had kids prior as well. The arrest comes just months after Wiley publicly denied multiple civil and sexual assault allegations brought by several women. That's probably why they was fighting, because his ass was cheating. Said that those allegations are separate from the domestic battery charge. Neither Wiley nor his representatives have publicly commented on the arrest. So that's probably where the argument stemmed from. She probably approached him about the allegations of him cheating and the sexual assaults or whatever. That's got to be embarrassing. They are public figures to have that out in the media, and of course, she said something to him probably, and I'm just saying hypothetically, and they wound up getting into it, which ultimately got him arrested. So, child, while everybody was enjoying it, they drink on, twerking, and light fireworks, he was sitting in a jail cell for being violent. So, prayers up for this situation, child, because kids are also involved. All right, somebody else, child, who got some kids that's involved in their BS, none other than Blueface. Shout out to the 233 watching. Blueface has been banned from Instagram after leaking Jaden Alexis sex tape with his former manager. Okay, I told you guys that there's going to be some repercussions behind this. This probably is not going to be it. Just, he's been banned from Instagram. I'm pretty sure he is monetized on Instagram because he does post a lot over there. He goes live a lot on Instagram as well. He should be banned from all social media platforms as of right now because of that. That's not cool. Regardless of how you feel about Jade and Alexis, if she did sleep with someone else, she is not your woman. You guys are not exclusive. You guys co-parent your children, 2 to be exact, a daughter and a son, both bad as fuck. Well, mostly your daughter. But at the end of the day, you just can't go around here posting revenge P because you're mad that you can't control a narrative. All right. So shout out to All About the Tea on this one. Said that Blueface is off Instagram after his account was reportedly banned. This comes after he leaked a SEX video involving Jaden Alexis and his former manager, Bravo, on Twitter. Now, it says that the video quickly spread across social media before Blueface deleted the video. Even if you do a post and delete, that's still a charge, right? Because who knows how many people were able to screenshot or screen record said video. You put this person's personal sexual business on social media. That is a crime. Go look it up. Ask Martell. Shit, he went to jail for it, right? You cannot post videos or pictures of anyone in compromising positions like that because you're mad that you can't either be with them or that they were with somebody else or whatever the case may be. So he may be facing more charges, like I said yesterday, because he is still on probation. Y'all know when you're on probation, you can't get into any type of trouble. So even though Jaden and Alexis may not file charges against him, his probation officer could definitely submit something in reference to this because it is still a crime, right? And sometimes the state will go ahead and pick up certain issues such as like this and probably charge him, just like in a DV situation. If a woman says she doesn't want to press charges, the state will pick it up and press it for them because of the complexity of that particular issue. All right. But that's the update on Blueface. All right. He just sit his ass down. He's got 2 babies on the way right now. I told you guys yesterday, a young girl just came forward to say she's also expecting a baby by Blueface. Okay. And of course, you guys know Nevaeh is also expecting a baby by him as well. So it's too much going on. 2 babies on the way in 1 year. I don't know. He's the new Stephon Diggs out this mug. That's too much. Too much. Focus on your kids, sir. Focus on your kids. All right. Let's move along. What's up? Hey, Peanut. Thanks for being here. Peanut is a content creator. You guys check her out as well. Okay, thanks for coming over. All right, let's get into this Brian Mcknight news. Brian Mcknight is still out here being a horrible father. Okay, they are slowly canceling his ass. I told you guys that he had several shows that he was supposed to perform at. The crowd was not crowding, honey. People are not crowding in to come and see Brian Mcknight. They're like, yeah, you can sing, but you out here being a whole fuck nigga, not, taking care of your kids. He's talking crazy about your kids, and now you're suing your baby mama and stuff. He's doing the most. But let's get into it. Brian Mcknight interviews the man raising his grandchildren without ever acknowledging that they're his family. So I don't know why he don't like to acknowledge his family now that he has a new wife and a new situation going on. He married a Hawaiian lady. I think her name is Leilani or something. She had her own kids brought into this marriage, and Brian Mcknight treats those kids like they're his kids over his own kids. He disowned his biological kids, and even went as far as naming his newest son from his new wife, Brian Mcknight Jr., when he already has a son named Brian Mcknight Jr. So, that's just messy, right? Shout out to It's On Site. Brian Mcknight sat down with Nathaniel Gidwell, the stepfather raising Brian Mcknight Jr.'s 2 children, for one of the Fatherhood Friday episodes. And they said for the next 12 minutes, Brian kept asking questions about Brian Jr.'s role as a father and how often he sees the kids, with what co-parenting looks like, and whether he's really involved. Now, Gidwell said that Brian Jr. Reportedly only sees the kids once or twice a year on a good year, usually around birthdays or Christmas. It said that he says that there have been a lot of broken promises over the years, which is why he makes it a point not to break his own promises to the kids. He also shared that the children call him dad, but the older children still wishes that they had a relationship with his biological father, which would be Brian Mcknight. Now, said that Gidwell even admitted that as a white man, that he knows there are certain things that he can't give his black stepson that a black father could. Okay. It says that then Brian had the audacity to ask whether anyone from Brian Jr.'s side of the family, including the children's grandmother, had stepped up. Why you ain't stepping up? Why you worried about what they're doing? Now, Gidwell said no, and Brian used that moment to criticize ex-wife or his ex-wife for not being involved. It said that here's the part that viewers could not get past. Let's get into it, because he always go gutter. Said that not once during that entire interview did Brian Mcknight call Brian Jr. his son. It said that not once did he acknowledge the children as his grandchildren. It said instead he kept referring to Brian Jr. as the biological father and the kids as if they were not his own family. Now, by the end of the interview, it said that Brian Mcknight praised Gidwell for stepping up, but many viewers walked away focused on something completely different. It said that they felt that Brian Mcknight spent the entire conversation highlighting someone else's absence without acknowledging his own. That's that typical narc behavior that a lot of people have been seeing recently in Brian Mcknight, and then when he gets called out about it, then he runs and tries to sue. You guys see he is suing his ex-wife, Julie Mcknight, for calling him out on some things and saying that he wasn't really there like he needed to for their son who passed away, I want to say like a year ago now. Okay, Nico Mcknight passed away, and they were saying that Brian Mcknight just wasn't there like he needed to. He disowned his kids, and there was a lot of bad blood allegedly. But Brian just doesn't acknowledge that because in his eyes, he only sees his new wife's kids as his own kids. And it's so sad because his sons look just like him. They have his same talent of being able to sing and musically inclined. So his kids used to tour with him and sing on stages with him. And now that he has this new family, he just don't give a fuck about his own kids. And it's sad. And it's caused him to lose a lot of gigs and be canceled. And people aren't buying tickets and supporting him. He even got kicked off of some type of program for where he was supposed to speak at a college. They decided that they didn't want him to come and speak at said college anymore after all of the social media backlash that he'd been receiving, right? And yeah, they want his ass there. So he's losing a lot of money. He's losing a lot of clout, and he's losing a lot of support from people who really used to ride for Brian Mcknight. Y'all know Brian Mcknight was that dude, like Back at One and One Last Cry. Like he had so many hits. Like golly, you hear Brian Mcknight song, it's like you just melt. But now it's like a bad taste in everyone's mouth. They don't want to hear his music. A lot of people have stopped downloading his music and supporting him and even coming to his shows. So he's really fucking up his career over being an asshole about his own children. So he really needs to get some self awareness because yeah, I've never seen nobody like this in my life. This is horrible. Horrible. Let's keep going. Something going on with Brian, child. I don't know what the hell. I don't know if that new wife done cast some type of damn voodoo or spell on his ass. But Brian Mcknight is doing the fucking most. He is doing the fucking most. All right. Prayers up for his kids though, because they seem to be very hurt by not having a relationship with him. And his own son Nico passed away with a lot of pain as well from that situation. So yeah, let's get into the next topic, child. Milagro Grams, who is a content creator who was pretty much on Tory Lanez's side and who was getting paid by Tory Lanez in his camp to attack and go after Megan Thee Stallion and put out defamatory and negative press about her to tear her down. But Megan Thee Stallion came back and spent the block on her ass and sued her and won a $75,000 judgment. Now Milagro Grams is saying that paying Megan Thee Stallion's $75,000 judgment now could cripple her appeal fight. Well, the judge don't care about that. You should have thought about that before you put that information out about her. Be careful who you lie on, because if someone sues you, you got to pay them if they get a judgment against you, right? So Milagro Grams is taking another swing at the $75,000 Megan Thee Stallion verdict, but the latest move comes after a federal judge made it clear that the judgment is still enforceable. So you can appeal all you want, but that $75K you still owe it. So you ain't about to be skimming off none of that money in order to file no appeal against her. You better come up with your own money. Now she did say prior that she didn't have the money and crying broke initially when this case started. But then she slipped up and said on social media that she had the money. She just didn't want to give it to Megan. So now the judge was like, oh yeah, we playing them kind of games. All right, so $75,000, bam, slam the gavel down and pay her. Now the blogger, whose real name is Milagro Elizabeth Cooper, filed an amended notice of appeals on June 30th in her ongoing legal battle with Megan Thee Stallion. The new filing updates the appeal that she first filed in January, shortly after a Miami federal jury found her liable in Megan's defamation case. You better come up with that money. Now, I said the court records show the case was filed by or as Megan Pete versus Milagro Elizabeth Cooper in the Southern District of Florida on October 29th of 2024. According to Pacer Monitor, Chief U.S. District Judge Cecilia M. Altanaga entered the amended final judgment on May 29th of 2026. That was a few days ago, in favor of Megan Pete on counts 1 and 2 and 3 of her second amended complaint. Now, the amended appeal matters because the money at issue changed during the case. It said that Graham's originally appeal came when the judgment against her had been reduced to $59,000, even though the jury initially awarded Megan $75,000. The reduction happened after Grams was treated as a media defendant, a classification that raised an issue under Florida's law about a pre-suit notion. The ruling did not hold, and Judge Altanada later reinstated the full $75,000 judgment after deciding that Milagro Grams was not entitled to media defendant protection. The judge found Grams had been commissioned by Tory Lanez and his father to publish or broadcast defamatory statements about Megan. See, for those of you out here lying on people and doing it on behalf of other people, you will, find yourself in a very sticky situation, expensive situation, as Tasha K. And I told you guys the other day, Tasha K and Milagro Grams are like really, really good Judies. They are good friends. So it's not a coincidence that the two of them are facing the same case or the same type of charges, right? We know that Tasha K is currently facing millions of dollars that she owes Cardi B, and Cardi ain't letting up off her ass. She just had to kick out another $60,000 for reporting on Stephon Diggs and Offset, which she was not supposed to be reporting on, and she signed paperwork saying she would not do it, but she couldn't help herself and did it again, and that cost her. All right, so let's continue. Judge Altanada reversed the earlier reduction on May 29th of 2026 and reinstated the full judgment after citing evidence that Cooper, which is Milagro Grams, coordinated with Tory Lanez and his father, Sunstar Peterson, to slander Megan Thee Stallion in connection with Lanez's criminal defense. So you better watch out who you're running around here trying to impress and doing their dirty work, because it could ultimately cost you if said person decides to up and sue. Your name could be brought up and you could be being sued as well, because defamation, child, people getting sued every day for defamation. And that shit can get very expensive, up into the millions, depending on the type of situation. And if this person has a great attorney that can push it and get that money. So be very careful lying on people. All right, shouldn't be lying anyway. All right, it's a good Sunday, honey. The good book say lying is a thou shalt not lie. Lying is a against the the commandment. All right. There are commandments out there. Lying is definitely one. Thou shalt not lie is one of them. But you got people out here, child, who lie in their sleep, be snoring and farting and lying and carrying on. But let's keep going. Shout out to the neighborhood talk. We have one more topic after this, and I'm gonna let you guys go. Now, we've been talking about this song, Spin That Until I'm Blue in the Damn Face. Uncle Luke, who is from Florida, just like Young Miami, he has now spoken up. He tried to act like he didn't even know who Yandy was. I'm like, hold on, what? Hold on, what? So Uncle Luke responds to criticism of Young Miami's Spin That song, said that if all music were Jill Scott, India Arie, or Afrocentric, we will be bored as up. Not really. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I would not say that it would be boring because I do like Afrocentric music as well, but I do like a plethora, I'll say it that way, of different types of music. So I guess I agree with him there. I guess I do agree with him there. If we had to only listen to one genre of music like all day long, I probably would be bored, because sometimes, depending on my mood, I like a little ratchet music. If I'm in my car and I'm feeling crunk, I might want to put on some T.I. or, some I don't know, something that's gonna have me hopping around in my car and sharing lanes with the person beside me, because I'm getting my groove on, right? But let's get into this, child, because this song Spin That has been getting a lot of negative press, and they're trying to get the song banned. I don't know. Let's get into what he had to say.
So when this girl, India Arie, or whoever the hell it is, listen, I have no problem with these Afrocentric type people, but they're always jumping into the conversation of wanting art to be created like they are. If everybody lived in the world of Jill Scott and all music was Jill Scott and India Arie and Afrocentric, we would be bored as fuck. I'm sorry. I love their music. I appreciate their music. I appreciate their artistic values. But at the end of the day, why are you having a conversation about something that's considered as art? Does anybody get all upset when the man is standing up there and people are looking at the sculpture, the art sculpture of this man with his gypsy tools out? Nobody has nothing to say about that. But then it's always us. There's always black on black crime. There's always black on black crime. You never hear them talk about each other. You never hear the white women talk about the white man. You don't hear the white artist talk about another white artist. Think about it. Where is it?
It happens. We just don't be checking for it as much as we check for black on black, back and forth banter. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do be going off on other artists like that. We just don't be checking for them like that, but it happens.
But then it's always us. There's always black on black crime.
Okay, so you heard him. Y'all know Luke's music was very controversial, right? Face down, that's the way y'all remember. Like, damn, a lot of their music got banned. Let's not even talk about the album cover where they had the women lined up across the cover with their butt cheeks out. Like, they were doing the fucking most back then, and they were able to get some of their songs, pushed through, but a lot of their music got banned and had to be, dumbed down some just to get it on the radio because it was so nasty and grimy. But hey, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I like some music that I can twerk to, but you can't really twerk to Jill Scott, You Love Me, right? Like, that's a really slow song. You can't twerk to that, but you can twerk to Spin That. You can twerk to anything T.I. or anything, little ratchet music type stuff. You can, but hey, like I said, it depends on my mood in terms of what I want to listen to. If I'm sitting in my bubble bath and I got my candles lit and, sipping on my wine, yeah, some NDRE and some Jill Scott is definitely going to be what I can listen to, right? It just depends on the mood. It just depends on the mood. If I'm kicking back and I just want to have a relaxing day, yeah. So I don't know. That's why you have the capability to listen to different genres of music. That's why you have different genres so that you can flip and go through whatever you want to listen to, right? I listen to everything. Hell, I like rock music. I listen to everything. I don't just listen to rap and R&B. I listen to everything except heavy metal and satanic music. I don't listen to that shit. But most of everything I listen to, okay. I like a little gospel sometimes, okay. If I'm cleaning up the house, child, I cut my music on, child, and I use my broom as the guitar, and I be rocking out. Hell yeah, I damn sure do. But so let's get into this. NDRE said that the mass acceptance of the song itself is a crystal clear sign that of the bigger problem. She says, I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very rude awakening. All right, so she doesn't like the lyrics to this song because of what the song talks about, but a lot of people like the song because it has a nice ring. The beat is nice. It's something you can vibe to. The hook, I think, is what, makes everybody kind of like the song and kind of vibe with the song. So I don't really have a problem with it. Like I said, I don't really have a problem. The song is ratchet, but I'm not out here saying, yes, cancel this song. I don't feel like that, but damn. This other person says that I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami song. Spin That. Said, I believe is degrading out to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power of music. And that it has over our perception and the values that it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer. So y'all see people are trying to get this song canceled, child, and get Young Miami canceled too. They said that we know Carisha didn't write Spin That by herself. So are we condemning the male writers who helped create the lyrics too? Said, or are we holding her accountable? Says, I'm just trying to understand where people draw the line. I mean, it's the same with Cardi B. Cardi B has ghostwriters as well. Y'all think all that ratchet shit she come up with is by herself? No, her songs are very ratchet. Her songs are very ratchet. I don't see nobody saying they want to cancel her. And I'm not even taking up for Young Miami because I don't even fool with her like that. But I'm just saying we got to be fair across the board. And I get it that you like who you like as far as artists, but let's give it a fair chance across the board. Cardi is definitely ratchet or as ratchet as Young Miami. So if we gonna cancel Spin That, then we gonna have to cancel some Cardi B shit. And I know y'all don't want to do that because Cardi is popping right now. But child, I really don't feel like it's that serious. I get what they're saying culturally. It's just not, something that, they're saying that, hey, we came out of slavery and all of that. Like we going back into 400 years of where we used to. I don't feel like it's that with this song. I just feel like it's a little too ratchet. The words are just not something that our ancestors would approve of. But ultimately, it's just a song and the message behind it. No, it's not positive, but do I feel like this person should be canceled? No, I don't think it's that serious, right? I just don't. I don't think so. But let's continue. All right. Last topic. Yandy, honey. Yandy, who is no longer with Mendices. Shout out to Mendices because Mendices' child finished his house in like 6 to 7 months. Beautiful home, right? Beautiful home. But it's taking somebody 8-9 years, child. They ain't even got a window in the bitch. But that's neither here nor there. Was that messy? I guess, child. But so shout out again to Mendices. But Yandy, honey, Yandy is saying that she might want to be getting her a peach to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I guess people from Love and Hip Hop now they're coming on over to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all see K Michelle made her way on there. So Yandy, she's I guess shooting her shot, or maybe wanted Andy Cohen to see this video to maybe where she might get her a peach one day. We'll see. Let's get into it. Shout out to Housewife from a Housewife. Let's share so y'all can see it along with me. Was that messy? I guess. Yeah, Mendices got that huge house. Like, his house is huge, y'all. And he finished that house in like 6 to 7 months. 6 to 7 months. And it has a nice, huge pool in the back. I might pull it up when we finish this so y'all can see it. But y'all, yeah. And folk out here still building the house 8, 9 years and still ain't got the shit up. Ain't even so much you got the fucking mailbox up. But let's get into it, y'all.
My friends on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think that it would be an opportunity that I'd absolutely explore. I'm really close with Portia, close with Shamia. Kelly's my girl. Love K Michelle. Cynthia Bailey, that is my sister. For sure, yeah. Like, these are my real friends outside of camera. So it would be a natural relationship for sure. But I'm kind of great where I am. Reality TV, it's been almost 20 years for me. Wow. So I got 2 movies I'm shooting this year. Yep. One of them.
We're both actually a part of
we both got casted for a movie together.
Yes.
So stay tuned for that. So that is really my focus right now. And the opportunity, of God willing, things come around that circle back to reality TV, I'll certainly explore it. My friends on the Real Housewives of
Yandy shooting her shot at possibly getting a peach. They already cast it for next season. Oh, it's somebody too that y'all gonna be surprised that they're saying they're ready to come back. I mean, put that up there. Hold up, y'all gonna be surprised about that. Gry, okay. Let me put that post, and this is gonna be the last one. I promise. I said that before. Sheree, honey, Sheree says she ready to come on back. Now y'all know that David Bravo was trying to get her to come back to be a friend of, but she turned it down because she was saying the money was not to her liking. Okay, when they tried to negotiate with NBC Universal her contract, she was like, "Yeah, no, that ain't gonna work for me, honey." But Sheree said, "Bitch, you know what? The way these bills looking over here with all these liens, excuse me, y'all, with all these liens and whatnot, baby," she said, let me get my ass up over there, honey, and take what I can get." All right, so let me get it up, child. I sent it over. All right, y'all can see Sheree, honey. Sheree said she ready to bring it on bike. I said, I know that shit right, girl. Sheree looks good. She got some nips and tucks and stuff like that going on. Let's go ahead and share that so y'all can see what's going on with Sheree. Right? Y'all want to see Sheree come back? I don't think she got shit to talk about. I mean, we'll look at your house again. Your house is flawless, but you ain't got no damn storyline, and we damn sure ain't trying to be buying that shit by Sheree bullshit. The child, they say a whole jogging suit is like $150 just for the top. And I know we ain't going out like that. All right, let me find out. So let's get into it, honey. Sheree Whitfield. Sheree Whitfield is once again making headlines as reports claim that she'll be back for the next season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. What y'all think about that? Now, sources say that Sheree originally declined to return for season 17 after producers attempted to cut her pay and offered her a friend role, but now she's allegedly reconsidering. Now, fans are buzzing that the decision may be tied to her ongoing financial battles, at which we've heard about a lot. She has a lot of taxes and liens and stuff like that on her property. I told you guys that she was thinking about downgrading maybe, or maybe trying to sell the property or refinance the property. That's too much house for her. I mean, it is. As Sheree has reportedly owed several rounds of back taxes to the IRS and carries a hefty mortgage on her lavish Chateau Sheree estate. Y'all, told y'all she pays like $12,000 a month for her mortgage. That's a lot. I don't know where she's coming up with the money every month, but it says with speculation swirling that she needs that check, considering claims, insiders claim, that Sheree has already reached out to NBC executives to negotiate her return for next season, proving again that the She by Sheree star knows how to keep her spot on the spotlight. I don't know what she would talk about. Let's show some pictures. She do look great here. Okay, y'all know she always kept her body up. Sheree gonna always have a label, honey. Sheree is about appearances. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Sheree could be broke as a joke, but when you see her, you would not think it. Okay, she gonna pull up in the Porsche and she gonna have that hair done, nails done, everything done. Body gonna be snatched, but child ain't gonna be shit in the bank. Allegedly. Okay, I don't know, Sheree. But what do y'all think? Y'all want to see Sheree come back for next season? Okay, come on with the Birkin. That's a cute Birkin, though. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sheree gonna always spin the block, child. But I don't know. Every time she's come back, I just don't feel like she delivered. And the last time she did come back and try to do the She by Sheree fashion show, none of the stuff was on the website. Even Candy said it. Candy was like, girl, we all rushed over to the website, and the free clothes that she gave on the show to promote her new She by Sheree line, they said that she asked for that shit back, that it was just for the cameras. I said, what kind of shit is this, Sheree? They said she gave out all types of hoodies and She by Sheree suits, and they said that after filming, after the cameras went down, that Sheree was asking for the stuff back. And none of the stuff was on her website when they went to go in there and try to buy nothing. I was like, and then the stylist, they said she owed him money and he was not releasing any of the clothes until she paid him the thousands of dollars that she was supposed to pay him. So Sheree was trying to use that as her storyline, but she, it didn't go no further than that. We haven't seen any new updates on the She by Sheree stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what Sheree is doing or what she's going to be trying to do if she tries to come back. But if she's negotiating coming back, she got to have a storyline. So what is she going to talk about? Is she dating someone new? Because y'all know she kind of keeps her life a little private. We really haven't really seen Sheree be out there, except for when she was fake dating Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I said fake dating, heavy on the fake dating, because I don't feel like they were really together. But I don't know what she would talk about if she came back. But I don't know, child. You need the money, I guess. Maybe you're going to clean the windows down there on set. Maybe she's going to sweep up around there, bring Andy Cohen a good drink while he's down there. Honey. I don't know. Maybe she's going to be a waitress on set or some shit. I don't know. But y'all know what y'all think. Let me stop sharing. All right, so let me pull up Mendici's house so y'all can see it before we get out of here, child. Because Mendici's is out here moving and shaking, child. Child. Mendici's. There you go. All right, so let me get that pulled up. Yeah, Sheree might be a water girl on set, y'all. Sheree, if you see this, don't be mad, okay? Don't be mad at me, Sheree. Okay? But then again, I don't really care. All right, so let's look at this house that Mendici's done up and built, child. And it only took him 6 to 7 months, baby, and he is in this house. I ain't mad at it. Beautiful home, too. All right, y'all see that? Let's see. Beautiful.
That is not a dive.
10-foot pool, that's nice. I like the greenery.
Skylar, that's not a dive. Your belly... Yeah, your head's supposed to go in first. Yeah, but that's a better dive, but that's not a dive either.
Yeah, I see y'all saying Sheree could have opened a gym. Sheree should be like a personal trainer for women and like celebrities. She can make some really good money doing that if she get like her certification and get her head right, because she keeps her body up. Sheree got a banging body, no homo, right? Sheree got a banging ass body, so she could definitely be like a female workout coach or something like that, baby. Yeah, and earn a coin, because working out now, that's everybody's trying to keep their bodies and stuff up, especially if you're in Hollywood. You got to keep a certain appearance and keep your weight a certain type. So yeah, that could be some good money for Sheree, but I don't know.
You want to do it up the steps?
Yeah. All right, so let's see what else we got on here with this house, because child, let's see. This is something he's showing here. I love that. Look at all the garages. Mendici's out here doing it. I ain't mad at it. Mendici's, we just being nosy, okay? I wanted to see. Come on, Rolls Royce. I ain't mad at the double R's and the headrest. This right here is when what? May 13th. Look, they were still doing the grounds. Mendici's already in his house. This was back in May. That's just how quick they didn't got this shit up and running. Today we broke ground on a luxury private estate on 4.5 acres. This is just the beginning. I'll keep you all updated on the process. Stay tuned. I think he do investment properties too. All right, but he built his dream home, and it's nice. This was where the pool we just saw to his home, where we just saw the finished touches where the kids were swimming. He's sitting here where it looks like they were working on it 7 weeks ago, May the 11th, and they already in it. Pool up and running. Kids are swimming. Like, child, Mendici, you might want to give some people a card, child, so they can go and get their shit done. Because, baby, it don't take that long. Okay, it don't take that long. You don't up and take that long. Look at there. Ain't that nice? Big old home. I ain't mad at it. 20 weeks ago. 20 weeks ago, Mendici. Look at that. out here building. That's just a frame. 26 weeks ago was a frame, and he's in his home, pool and everything. You're not fucking around. I ain't mad at it. Okay, here he is again.
Almost at the finish line. We almost there.
That's 28 weeks ago.
Another day. See that? I always show the back, never the front. Gotcha.
I ain't mad at it. So shout out to Mendices, okay? Shout out to Mendices. Shout out to Mendices, okay? Shout out to the Porsche right there. Okay, yeah, we can't play no music. But y'all see it, child. Y'all see it. And you can tell the house is on a very upscale community. I like the tall. I love the windows, okay? Yeah, honey, I love the windows. But yeah, that's nice. I ain't mad at it. That's a huge house, too. Shout out to Mendices. All right, got El Rhoa and them out there working. Y'all know the Mexicans are gonna fix your shit up real quick. They gonna build your house real quick because Mexicans work fast, child. So yeah, what y'all think? Shout out to Mendices. Shout out to Mendices. Let's get back to the main screen. You said somebody needs to send those clips to Marceau show. I ain't playing with y'all today. Y'all don't give me in no more trouble. All right, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. Now I don't release receipts and all this type of shit and got the people on YouTube, man. People try to say I ain't have no pictures of this, and this. Now I don't put them out there. Child, people is mad out here. So I'm trying to be nice today, but y'all know how it is. All right, I ain't got no like messy tea right yet, but I'm working on some stuff. Okay, y'all know how I be. I keep my head to the plow, honey, so we can get y'all that good messy tea that y'all love. They say, give me your phone. Oh my God, y'all so damn messy. But shout out to the 300 watching, okay? Shout out to the 300 watching. Y'all like this video, hype it up, okay? Again, shout out to Mendices on that house. It's nice. Okay, it's nice. And shout out to all the topics that we discussed. Please don't forget to comment on each and every one. I'm interested to see what y'all feel about the topics we discussed. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well as in the bushes. Hey, Peanut, shout out to Peanut being here. She's a content creator. Y'all get over there and check Peanut out. All right. Check her out because she's a reader and a dragger too. I love that, honey. I love somebody that can talk a little shit because I do it too. Yeah, y'all know El Rhoa. You got to add the tongue part. El Rhoa, child. Y'all know El Rhoa and Juan and them, child. They get over there and get the hammer and they going to get your shit built in record time, okay? Hell yeah. A whole mansion in about 2 weeks fucking around with El Rhoa and Juan and them. Hell yeah, they will. All right, so see, when you got Leroy and Rufus and them on the job, you know, it's going to take about 9 years or whatnot. But anyway, so shout out to my top flights, Tiffany Thomas, Rose Armstead, and True TV Podcast. Thank y'all so much for modding as well. Y'all don't forget to tap on that like and hype up the video as well. All right, I'm gonna try to see y'all later. What y'all saying? Oh my God, right? Yeah, y'all, Rufus and Leroy and them, they're gonna have your ass waiting a whole 9-10 years to get your shit up. All right, but El Rhoa and Juan and them gonna build your shit up in about a good 2 weeks. 28 weeks as they did Mendices. All right. What did you say? You said I hate that they be doing that. But I'm taking it with grace. Thank you. Child, I don't be worried about these people. Okay. I just put my receipts out there. I do my commentary. You go and I listen, I told y'all I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. Some people gonna like you, some people gonna like what you talk about, and some people are not gonna like you. I've been getting roasted for 4 years, the whole 4 years that I've been on YouTube, and bitch, I'm still here. Okay, that's what I can say. I'm still here. I'm still messy. I'm still putting out good commentary. And that's just the end of it. Shit. People gonna like you and people not. If you don't like me, I don't give a hot damn. You know, climb up a tree and hopefully when you climb back down, a branch won't be in your ass when you come down. That's how I feel, right? I don't give zero fucks. I do not care. I do that. I think y'all know that by now about me. I do not care, child. Do not like me. All right. Yeah, Rufus and Leroy and them, child. But y'all, let's get out of here. Y'all about to get me started because I'm gonna slip up and say some shit I don't need to say on the good Sunday. I'm trying to be saved today, honey. All right, it's Sunday. I'm saved. Tomorrow, I'm not gonna be saved because I'm gonna be back talking my shit tomorrow on a good Monday. All right, but let's get out of here. Love y'all down and all. All right, bye.